Welcome everyone. This is a short series on the app stack for Java, which is built to help rapidly deploy a Java application into the cloud. This first video will be about the prerequisites of the app stack. The current version offers 3 options for deployment: source code deployment, image, and artifact deployment. We will only be focusing on the source code deployment for this series. The source code deployment has the following requirements. We need an OCI vault with an AES encrypted master key. On the OCI console, you can get to the vaults by clicking on Identity and Security and then Vault. You can see that I already have a pre-made vault here, and I'm going to reuse it, but in order to create one, you simply need to provide a name. Once your vault has been created, you will need to create an AES encrypted master encryption key. I already have one, but to create one, you also just need to provide a name, and AES is already pre-selected. Once your master encryption key has been created, navigate to secrets, and then here you will need to create a secret for your GitHub access token. Here, simply provide a name and then select your encryption key from before, and then provide your secret, your access token, either in plain text or base64. Once you're done, click on Create Secret, and you're good to go. Next, an OCI DevOps project is required. This is important as for the source code option, we are pulling the code from a repository to build and deploy to OCI. Before OCI DevOps, however, an existing OCI notifications topic is required in order to create an OCI DevOps project. So to get there, let's go to Developer Services and then Notifications. And we will quickly create a topic and click Create. Once a topic is created, to get to OCI DevOps, quickly go to Developer Services and then Projects under DevOps. Now, these projects are where the app stack will add pipelines to automate the building and deployment of your application. Note that this project must be on the same compartment where you plan to provision your resources in. So let's go ahead and create a project. We will call this My Project, and we will select the topic that we created earlier. Let's click on Create DevOps Project. Now, once this completes, we will be greeted by this Enable Logging warning. You just simply have to click on Enable Log and do once more here. While we're waiting for this to create, we can navigate to code repositories, and this is where we will start mirroring our GitHub repository. So let's click on Mirror Repository, and here we don't have any connections, but we are offered an option to create it straight from here. So we'll click on Create Connection and provide a name for it, GitHub Connection, and here the type is GitHub. We will use the vault that we have provisioned or created earlier. Simply click that and the secret that contains your GitHub access token. Click Create. And we will know this is successful if it loads all the repositories that we have available. Here we will select our sample application, and everything else can be kept the same. Finally, on our list, we have a requirement for an autonomous database, which is your application database. This can either be an existing autonomous database or a new database, which you can provision while configuring the stack. Besides these 3, we have the following as optional: OCI DNS zone, which is your application's domain, and then OCI certificate, which is also a requirement if you are trying to configure a fully qualified domain name for your application. Otherwise, your application can be available through a public IP address. And that is it. All right, this is the link to the app stack for Java's GitHub repository. Feel free to leave any questions or your feedback there. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.